how do we know if what is being written in there is true? Like it, could they write something in one of those college sources that is incorrect? Like,
Listen,
could it?
only if a marginal group of people are paying them to, like, let's say if like all the Jewish people who own a specific group of colleges is paying them. Not that I would
Hmm.
know, but like I'm just saying, like it's a college for a reason. I feel like colleges have their integrity. They have their integrity to stand their ground when it comes to knowledge and education, and that's just what I'm gonna look upon. That's what I'm gonna look at when I look at college sources. When I'm looking at sources, I'm going to look at college sources. I'm not going to look at, like Fox and CNN. I'm going to look at college sources, what they're saying
Hmm.
about skincare, what they're saying about like, current events or whatever. Like, because they do publish a lot of articles about certain subjects, not just one. They publish a lot.
Hello
Oh, I'm
there.
sorry. What's the vibe? What do you want to ask? Should I ask something, or you guys are going to ask something?
What's up to you? We have these kind of conversations. What's something important to you that you wish other people understood or believed, and maybe we can sort out how we can understand it too.
Okay. What do I feel like people should believe or should understand? Is that the narrative, the rhetoric, whatever?
Sure, you could answer the
Yeah,
question in that manner. Absolutely.
Okay. Wait, I'm so sorry. Am I making the question, or are you making the question?
we're curious what's important to you.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I
what's
guess
important
I
to
guess
me? Okay. Okay, gays are not out here to harm people. Okay, we are here to we're just alive. We're just chilling. Look, we're chill, kill, and fucking bill. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to curse. I'm sorry. We're chill, kill, and billing. We're chilling, and it's really rude for people to come up in here and say like we are trying to, ruin families, ruin cultures, and blah blah blah. And it's like. We are just here to thrive and just have our good time. If you're not gay, you're not gay, whatever. But like, it's just like leave us alone. Like we don't have anything to do with anything. But I feel like people put us in this little box, in this like little propaganda box that they want to put us in, and it's just like we really be chilling on our side, like you know you guys understand, we be chilling on our side. We don't really do anything, like, and you know what, we gays and we very much liberals, I'm not saying gays are liberals, but like a lot of gays are liberals, right? They
hmm.
very much support the Palestinian movement, even though the Muslims, they do not support us. That's whatever. But we don't condone colonization. That's one thing. We do not support and condone colonization, especially in America. And I feel like that's just the truth of the matter, right? Like I feel like a lot of Americans really do not like the idea of colonization and just especially that, right? So it just kind of irritates me when people are like, the gays are out here trying to ruin tradition and blah blah blah. Like we're just thriving. Like leave us alone. Like, we're just here. And it's because I join these conversations all the time, and there's always somebody religious or whatever. They're in my face and they're like, these damn gays, these homosexuals, and I'm like, damn, like I just joined. I don't want to hear it.
Hmm.
Not me.
Yeah. I what you
Like,
first said, with the gays and just chilling, I think that really resonates with me. I think I agree with you. I think that people who like the same sex, that harm
yeah,
people. It's just who they are, right? That's kind of what you were saying.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Like the Catholics against the Muslims, or like etc. It's like people who believe in different understandings of life. It's like you don't have to be so aggressive towards each other. Okay, we gays understand that like Muslims do not like the gays. We know that. But do we give a fuck? No, because we're still sitting here, a lot of us liberals, a lot of us liberal Americans supporting the Palestinian movement. And I
Yeah.
feel like that's I think that's a big indicator of like, you know what I mean? I think that's a big indicator of like where
Of how
we
much
are
you
in the
care.
subject and the matter. Yeah, of course, because we don't, we of course we don't like that the Muslims do not like us. We don't think about that, but I feel like in that situation, it's like, you know, we do not like colonization. I don't think anybody likes colonization, right? Yes or no? I think that's just, generally, I think that's a bad practice, a bad idea, whatever you want to call it. Like, I think that's just a bad idea, bad practice, whatever. Like, I don't like the idea of colonization. I'm sure a lot of the American people do not like the idea of colonization. So I just feel like at that point, you know, it's like we support you guys, even if you guys don't support the gays. I feel like, you know, we still support the Palestinians, even if they're Muslim, even if they hate the gays, whatever they want to hate is whatever. But we gays, we liberals, we whatever, we Americans are going to keep supporting the Palestinian people because we do not like colonization. That's it.
You want to talk a little bit more about Palestine and the deeper nuances of why you support them?
Well, it's because, listen, it's because Palestinians, I've understand that they've been there for hundreds and thousands of years. And, you know, whatever rhetoric, whatever narrative that people want to impose on me that they haven't, or like the Jewish community, they believe that it belongs to them. I don't dictate. I don't believe. It's whatever. But I feel like, in the matter of fact, it's like Palestinians have been there forever. And even in the old like testaments, even in the Bibles, like it has been saying that like Palestinian people have been thriving there forever. So, you know, like the Israelis, the Zionists, whatever you want to call them, they've been surfacing since like World War II. They've been surfacing. And I don't want to get too much into politics. I'm not sure if you guys do politics in this chat or whatever, but I feel like it's just not a right narrative to push out that, like, you know, like Americans are right about the certain subject. It's just not right. I feel like you know, like, it's colonization is just not right. That's all I'm saying. Colonization is just not right. And like, you know,
can you define colonization for everybody to be on the same page?
Oh well, okay. I don't know what it is in Google terms, but I know it's just a certain race of people with higher power taking over another specific race of people with lesser power and taking over their country and their government and etc. So listen, I'm not the most politically educated, the most scientifically educated, but I just understand that like that's just my definition as a person, not like I'm searching on Google or anything.
Yeah, no problem. We're not trying to beat you up here, so yeah, we're just trying to talk about what you think. So I think that's a great answer. As long,
that's
you know.
just, yeah, I've understand that the Palestinians have been there forever. So for the, you know, the Zionist Israelites, whatever, they're taking over the country since like World War II. I just don't, you know, we've been understood this. We've been seeing it.
Is there anything that you could learn about the situation that would make it like, first, how confident are you that they're, do you feel as it is like a 99% right, 1% wrong situation? Or,
well, listen, I understand that like they both believe in the Bibles they believe in, and I understand like in the Jewish Bible they said that that land belonged to them. Listen, that's the quarrel that I don't really technically know about.
Not like, exactly what I'm saying. Sorry, I just don't want you to have to go off on something that I'm.
No, you're fine. You're okay. Yeah, keep going.
How confident are you that you've come to the correct conclusion in this?
Well, my conclusion is that, like, you know, don't think it's like, don't think the gays don't care because, you know, because the Muslims do not support us. Like, we definitely care a lot. I think a lot of us do care a lot. I think a lot of us are protesting. Even if the Muslims don't like us, I think that the gays are supporting the Palestinians for a much better right for their survival in their life. Like, it's just like, it's just like I support the Palestinians, but I don't ever get, I get shit in return. I feel like a lot of like Muslims, and I'm not saying all Palestinians are Muslims, but the majority of them are Muslims. So they're like, why would it's crazy to me in chat. Like I get kind of bamboozled, kind of like attacked for being gay, but it's like, you know
Sorry you
what?
have to
I
go
guess,
through that. That's terrible to
yeah,
get to attacked
yeah.
just because of who you are.
But
Yeah.
even if like the Palestinians are majority Muslim, like I still support Palestine because it's just like I personally don't like colonization. I feel like no one does, and I'm not sitting here and trying to be like a white knight or anything like that. But it's just like just understand that like even if you don't support the gays, you hate the gays, Muslims hate the gays, whatever. Like a lot of us will continue to support the Palestinian movement because it's the truth of the matter. That's all I'm saying.
I first off, I can respect the fact that you're very passionate and care about people, and I hear you've heard reasons that make you not support Israel. Are there reasons that are there like actions and things that Palestine could do that would change your support of them?
No, I think Palestine is just the way they are. If they hate the gays, they hate the gays, whatever. I mean, I'm sure the gays don't care. Like they probably don't give a fuck, like whatever. But,
If
if
Palestine
if
came out and said they were pro colonization,
no, because if they're whoa, that's a heavy topic. I feel like if all I'm just saying is if the Palestinians don't give a fuck about the gays, it's whatever. Like it's chilling, it's fine. But like I think the gays
Mm.
are just very supportive of non-colonization ideologies, only because it's just not. I guess like I don't know. Are you guys American? I just feel like it's
Mhm.
just we've always been against colonization in general. Like I feel like the liberal parts of America, I just feel like it's just not what it is in that sense. If you understand what I'm saying.
I think I understand what you're saying. So it sounds like you have a lot of empathy towards Palestine,
I
because
do, I do.
yeah, like that the
Because
people are being treated
because
unfairly. It sounds like.
you know you know where one of the gayest countries in the world is? It's Tel Aviv. And I could sit here and
Mm.
I can say like, wow, I wish all these Muslims would die because Tel Aviv would be the gayest city in the world. But I'm not because it's not ethical, it's not reasonable. It's not
Mm.
reasonable. It's not ethical. It's not anything of the sorts. I would never ever say that in my fucking life. I would never ever say that in general. That's just like, it doesn't matter if you hate the gays or not. I just feel like I think a lot of a lot of like the cities in America is very liberal. I think they support the Palestinian movement in that sense that like it's just correct to do that because it's the truth. Palestinians have been there forever, and the Zionists have been moving in ever since World War II. We've acknowledged that. We've understood that.
If you were to
So,
learn, if you were to learn that Palestine, I'm not saying this is the case. This probably isn't the case. But if you were to learn that Palestine wasn't as old as you thought it was, if it was a lot newer, would that shift your confidence? Would you change your stance at all?
if it wasn't as old as I thought it was, I feel like it's
Yeah,
been bragged. I feel like Palestine has been bragged like it's been the oldest only because people have made religions based
yeah, it
on the
probably
context
is.
that
Hypothetical.
the land it's old itself. People don't want to leave Palestine because it's the oldest land like ever. People don't want to leave Palestine because it's the land of the gods. That's what they've been saying. I
Hmm.
feel I feel like that's what they've been saying. Am I right or am I wrong? Like they're saying Palestine has been the land of God, the Abrahamic religion, God, etc. So, um
why was it important to you to bring up the subject of gay support in Palestine?
I feel like because a lot of the Muslim people on the server think that gays are just out for evil and out for like bloodshed and whatever they think that the gays do. I just want them to know, like, the gays are not out here to hurt you. We support you. We love you. And it's never that deep. It's never that deep. We don't come out here and judge. Not at all. It's just like, I feel like that's important to bring out. Like, we gays don't come out here and judge Muslims because they're Muslims. Like, we understand that's their religion. It's whatever. But it's like, if they're going to antagonize us and judge us for it, that's a different thing. But what I'm saying is that, like, we're not out here to attack religion and etc.
Okay.
I feel like that's the point I want to make, because I always come in here and there's always a Muslim person saying, "You're gay? Are you gay?" And I'm like, "Yes, I'm gay." And they're like, "You're homosexual. Like, you should be burning in hell." And I'm like, "Wow, thanks. That's very Muslim of you to tell me I'm burning in hell. Thank you." Like, I don't know, you know?
So it kind of sounds like you really want to be heard. You want Muslims to hear you and understand that you don't want harm to them or probably anyone else.
Yeah,
Right?
none of us gays, I don't think we think about Muslim people every day. Like, we don't think about how bad they are to our community. Like, we just think, oh, like, I mean, me personally, as a person, I don't think about the Muslims. I don't think about them at all every day of my life. They don't live in my mind rent free, right? It's like, they don't live in my mind rent free at all. Like, but I feel like when I come into a server, the Muslims automatically clock me. They're like, "Damn, you're gay, you're homosexual, you're burning in hell, blah blah blah." It's like, damn, like, what's the correlation? What was? I feel like it was so unprovoked in that sense.
Mhm.
Yeah, I feel like it was unprovoked. Like, I didn't even do anything. I didn't even have to say anything. They came to the server and they were like, "Yeah, you're gay? Damn, you're burning in hell, bitch. You're burning." I'm like, "Damn, okay."
Yeah, that I think if that were to happen, actually, you know what? I think that has happened to me. I'm not gay, but I have had individuals tell me that I was going to hell, and I don't know. How does that make you feel? I think I felt rather sad. What
I,
was your thoughts
I,
on it?
you know what, Loki, I do feel kind of sad. I'm like, damn, like, I'm gay and I don't even think about these Muslims every day on a daily, but they be thinking that I'm out there. I'm out to get them in their sleep, in their mornings, in their lunch, in their afternoon. Like, I'm just out there to prey on Muslims every day. And I'm not. None of us gays think about, I don't want to say that we don't think about Muslims, but we just don't think about people who hate us, because everybody hates us. The Catholics, the Christians, the Jews, the Muslims, they all hate us. We don't even think about them. But every time I come in, it's like, damn, like, I'm getting attacked so hard. And it's
Just
like,
for
why?
just for clarity, is it all Muslims or just some Muslims?
I feel like a lot of them. I was attacked by this one Muslim guy today verbally. He was just telling me, like,
On
damn,
Discord,
like,
correct?
yeah. He was telling me,
Yeah.
like, oh, like, he was actually really angry at me because I just, he was like telling me, like, oh, he was trying to start a fight. He was like, "Oh, how many genders are there?" And I'm like, "Babe, don't ask that, because you're just trying to start a fight. That's all you're trying to do." And he's like,
Sard-
"Well, no, well, answer me. How many genders is there?" And I'm like, "You're just trying to start a fight at that point. Like, just don't take that."
Sardonyx, is that the word? Is that your name there? Sardonyx?
Yes. Oh my God, you're like the first person to
Nice.
say it correctly. Yeah. You're actually the first person to say it correctly. Yeah. My name is Sardonyx.
Got it.
Yeah.
So you're using language like, we gays don't feel, you're saying we gays don't do this. We are just trying to live our life. We are doing that.
Well, technically,
hold on.
I'm not trying to say all gays, but I'm saying the majority. It's like they're just trying to live their life.
Yeah. We all know that the internet's full of assholes. We all know that Discord is prime location for, like, just that really aggressive, straight to the point of gotcha or disagreement.
Yeah.
if you met a Muslim out in life, and how would you know if he's just trying to chill and he or she's trying to just chill and live their life? Like, do you feel as though you're kind of giving a similar assumption on them that that's the response you're going to get?
I mean, of course, because like it's not everyone who's like me, but as me personally, as the way I look at and view life on other people, I don't judge a person until I kind of make contact with them. Like, I don't judge every Muslim person to say that, oh, they hate gays. Like, but some Muslims, they do love me. Listen, I had a boyfriend that was Muslim. Like, I mean, at the same time, it's like I've had a boyfriend that was Muslim, but at the same time, I don't judge every Muslim person who, hates me or etc. Like, or who might not hate me. I just kind of take them. I kind of look at them as like just another person until I get to know them. They might not like me, they might hate me, they might like me. So they're all different people. Even if you are Muslim, you're all different people. So it's like you might like the gays, you might hate the gays. I don't think about that. I just treat you as a normal human being until I really get to know you and your stance on life.
Hmm.
Yeah.
How do you treat the person after you learn their stance?
Well, if they're very much like, oh, like we do not support the gays, we hate the gays, da da da, like, I might shy away. I might not like talk to them. Like, it's like whatever, like, because I don't feel comfortable with being around people who don't like the gays. Like, it's okay if you don't like them. I just don't want to be around you. But I'm not gonna tell them that, right? So I kind of shy away from it.
Okay.
But if you're comfortable being around, if you're like very much comfortable in your religion and your, homosexuality, whatever, your sexuality in general, if you're just like casually, okay in your sexuality or whatever, like that's fine. Like no one's gonna hit on you. I'm not gonna sit here and hit on you. Like, no one's gonna do that. It's just like, if you're okay with your sexuality and you're okay with your religion, like you know who you are. I like people like that. I like people who understand who they are as a person and their religion and their sexuality and where they stand on. I like people like that because you know why? If you're unsure of your sexuality, you're gonna hate the gays. You're gonna hate a specific group of people. But if you're very comfortable in your sexuality and your religion, you're not gonna hate on anybody. You know why? Because you know who you are. You know who you are.
I just want to bounce back. I just want to say I appreciate what you said there, and thank you for sharing. But I'd like to I have the camera on David. Okay, I'd like to just bounce back to what we were talking about earlier with Palestine and Israel. What I'm going to ask you here, it's a called a real reason check. If you're comfortable with it, you don't have to answer if you don't want to.
Okay, I'm on 5% battery and I'm out at the club right now. So like, just give me some quick questions. Like, it's okay.
All right, I will go fast. I'll try. Okay.
Yeah,
so
yeah, of course.
I think your main reason that you had stated was that Palestine is like ancient. Like, ooh, they've been there forever. These people have been living there forever. And then we got Israel coming in and trying to take that land, colonize, right?
Yes.
And yeah, if that wasn't the case, if they had gotten there like same time, same exact day, same exact hour, same exact minute, same exact second, how would you feel about this situation?
Like, if the Jewish and the Muslims got there in the exact same second, like, how would I feel about the situation?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, of course I'm gonna feel like damn, nobody has to kill each other, but we're definitely gonna support both. But at the same time, right now in real life, like, the Palestinians have been there for forever. They've been there for centuries. The old maps have been proven Palestinian has been on the map forever until the Jewish been coming along and they've been trying to kill all the Palestinians. And I'm like, that's the truth of the matter. But I'm just saying, like, if they both came at the same time, I feel like, yeah, I would say, oh, they should be peaceful with both one another, blah, blah, blah. But that's not the case. That's not the case. The Palestinians have been, you know, been killed. They've been killed for tens of years. And I feel like I've known this since I was a little child. Like, I've had Palestinian friends who have been fighting for their rights in high school forever in America. I live in America. I have Palestinian friends in high school. And it really sucks. It really sucks to see that, like, they have to fight for their country in America all day, every day. Like, it just really sucks for me. Like, it just sucks for me to see that they have to fight for their rights in their country and their freedom in their country. Like, you know, they've been discriminated, they've been killed forever. You know, people are like, oh, look at this war that's been starting. Like, you know, we don't give a shit about this war. But this war has been forever. This war has been since the 1948s, like, since they've been here. Like, it's been forever. Like, you know, it's not new. This war between the Palestinians and the Israelis, it's not new. It's not new.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
Yeah, it's not new. It's not like a new thing. You know, it's been here forever. Ever since I've heard about it when I was in high school, and I'm American. Can you imagine that? Like, in America, oh, what a silly American thinking about, you know, other countries. Sure. But, like, I've heard about this war. I've seen this war. I've studied on this war when I was in high school. It's been forever ago. Like, you know, like, the Israelis have been killing the Palestinians for tens and tens of years. And I'm tired and I'm sick of hearing about Hamas this, Hamas that. The Israelis
Sardonyx.
have been murdering them for
think
tens of years.
Sardonyx,
Yeah.
how do you sort through? Pierce, go ahead with your thought. I know you're excited.
Oh, I was switching it to you.
Oh, how do you sort through how to trust sources? Like, how do you sort through what to know is true? Yeah.
Oh, BB, I took a class on this in college. I was very illiterate. I was very much, like, dumb and illiterate and etc. when it comes to, like, college courses. When it comes to, like, news anchors, especially news anchors, like, I was, like, watching Fox, I was watching, like, CNN, but, like, but at the end of the day, when I went to that class in high school, and actually college, I'm sorry, when I went to that class in college, I was learning, like, a lot of these news sources are very much fake. Like, I think that's why a lot of colleges in America are very much expanding their protests, because they've learned that a lot of these news anchors are very much fake. And I've learned that in college. Like, you know, you can't trust you can't trust Fox, you can't trust CNN, you can't trust a lot of these news anchors. Maybe I'll watch maybe I'll watch PBS, maybe I'll watch, like, you know, ABC, I'll watch, you know, N whatever. But
how do you know which are trustworthy?
I
how do you figure out whether?
Like, I go to college sources. I go to college, like, articles, college sources, anything, like, college related. I'll, like, search up college sources. Like, I don't go to news anchors. I don't watch news anchors. I don't watch Fox. I don't watch CNN. I go directly to the colleges who are studying these events, these current events, these articles, etc. I study them. I watch them. I read them.
How do you know if they are trustworthy?
I mean, they're not a college for a reason.
Could they be incorrect?
They're all colleges.
Could they be mistaken?
Of course they're being corrected. They're corrected by each other, of course. I feel like they are trustworthy. And I don't necessarily think, and it's not even just one college source that I look at. It's a bunch of college sources. It's like all of them. I look at the University of, you know, UCLA. I look at, you know, Berkeley. I look at everywhere. I make sure that what I'm seeing is correct, because I need more information than just, you know, like, current events. I need information on, like, my skincare. Like, I need information on my skincare. I need information on a lot of things. Like, I search in college. Like,
yeah, how do we know if what is being written in there is true? Like, could they write something in one of those college sources that is incorrect?
Listen, only if a marginal group of people are paying them to, like, let's say if, like, all the Jewish people who own a specific group of colleges is paying them. Not that I would know, but, like, I'm just saying, like, it's a college for a reason. I feel like colleges have their integrity. they haven't their integrity to stand their ground when it comes to knowledge and education. And that's just what I'm going to look upon. That's what I'm going to look at when I look at college sources. When I'm looking at sources, I'm going to look at college sources. I'm not going to look at, like Fox and CNN. I'm going to look at college sources, what they're saying about skincare, what they're saying about like, current events or whatever, like, because they do publish a lot of articles about certain subjects, not just one. They publish a lot.
If there was someone who was listening to us and I heard you say college sources, and he was thinking, college sources. I don't think I can trust them. What do you think the reason he would say that would be?
I would have been like, babe, go to college. Bitch, go to college. Like, if you haven't been into college, you must not know what college is.
Let's say best case scenario. Like, let's say like your best friend growing up disagrees with you on this. Like, you trust this person to be a decent person, but they disagree. They don't trust the college sources for some reason.
Okay.
What reasons do you think they might present?
Okay, they can eat my ass because they probably believe in Trump. They probably believe in the propaganda that's like spewed upon this country by politics, by a bunch of political political people like Trump or their administration. I don't believe that. I don't believe in watching news anchors that support specific administrations. That's stupid. That's lame. That's dumb.
I feel like that shifted a little bit away from what I was asking. I was asking about the college sources that you're saying is how we know for sure something is
because they're college
reliable.
Sources. Because I think a lot of colleges, even in America and all around the country, they stand their integrity. Like I said, they stand with their integrity on what they produce into the world, And I'm not saying all colleges are trustworthy, but I'm saying like a lot of colleges, if you do your research, are just likely, accurate about certain subjects.
What kind of research could we do? What kind of research could we do? How could we find out if a college is trustworthy? What would we look for?
I think you would definitely look for, links, definitely links, because I feel like a lot of people do not like understand how to look for links and how to look for .org, .com, .net, like whatever. I feel like a lot of people don't know how to look for that. So I feel like definitely
when you say links,
links, definitely understand links, definitely understand the .org, .com, etc. Like I feel like make sure that you understand where you're getting your information from. Make sure you know where you're getting your information from. Exactly that.
Walk me down this path. When you say links, do you mean like linking to like evidence or just like another web page?
No, I'm sorry. In America, when we say links, like when I'm saying the context in which I'm saying links, it's like the links of like the internet links, the shit, the fucking. I'm sorry. Wait, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to curse. I'm so sorry. I did not mean to curse.
It's fine.
So the hyperlinks, the specific links, like it's like like the .coms and the .orgs and the .nets and etc. Some people are fooled. They're bamboozled by specific links that are attached to different websites. And I don't think they understand that they're looking at something wrong, or if they're looking at something fake. Listen, I understand when I'm looking at something fake. Trust me, I've had 7 drinks. Let's be real. I've had 7 drinks, and when I'm sober, I understand what I'm looking at. I've been to college. Listen, 7 times I've been to college, 7 times, and I understand what I'm looking at. If it's not a college link, it's not a college link, BB. Like, okay. I'm being really real.
Like you said that sometimes people can be bamboozled by a link, so I'm assuming they can be like tricked by a link, and then sometimes like you look for it being trustworthy. How do we figure out if one's trustworthy or bamboozled?
You make sure the grammar is correct. You make sure it's a vibe. You make sure the link is just not. You make sure the link is what it's advertising as a college link, as a college article, and not like some .net propaganda that's out to get you and your viruses and your computer. Especially that. especially that.
So if there was like an article and it didn't have any grammar issues, it was, really good. And there wasn't anything else too suspicious about it. Would you believe it?
Listen, for me, it's very easy to search up college sources because it comes up on my Google very easily. I make sure it's from a college. I make sure the college, like links is correct, and I make sure I know what I'm reading. But people in the comments can say what they want, but I make sure I know where I'm looking at so I know what I'm talking about. Because people, especially like foreigners, and I'm not trying to sit here and separate like foreigners from etc., but I'm just saying like a lot of foreigners, they sit here and they say, oh, America and their propaganda and da da da, and I'm like, babe, you're the one being influenced by our propaganda. You're the one looking at our propaganda. You're the one watching our propaganda. So you're the one influenced by it. You see, because I asked a lot of these foreigners, I'm like, well, where did you hear this from? And they're like, oh, well, I read or I heard or I seen. It's very much giving you were influenced by American propaganda. It's very much.
Sardonyx, I feel like I've got a lot of questions for you. Like, we could talk for a long time, I think.
A long time, babe. I got 3% on my battery.
I know.
I got
charge your phone. Here's what I'm gonna say. Charge your phone.
I'm out at the clubs right now. Like I'm sitting
find
here
you a
smoking my
charger.
vape. I'm sitting here smoking my vape. I'm like, at the clubs. It's my birthday. It's like today's my birthday.
Happy
I'm
birthday.
just like at the clubs. Yeah, thank you. Oh my god, thank you.
Everybody, happy birthday
how
in
many?
the chat.
Wait,
That's
what kind of questions did you have
right?
for me? I'll answer your questions before my phone dies.
Too many Sardonyx. We got some more people waiting in the audience, and we've been here.
Oh really?
A little bit.
Oh really? Of course.
So
yeah, of course.
What I was going to say is charge your phone and get back in line. And I'll talk to you more after we run through the other people a little bit because we're trying to take a few calls for the show. Okay.
Listen, I've never been in this channel, but like you can invite me back anytime if you want, etc., etc. So, yeah.
All right. Appreciate you chatting. Any questions for us before we put you down?
No, I'm chill.
Right on. Happy birthday.
Cool.
All right,
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Have a nice one.
You too.